What's happening, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the vlog. Very excited for this episode. So basically, this series, the Hyrox series that we're doing right now, we started out in this in October in Milan. We didn't really know what we were doing. We're very fit, very capable, and we've done okay, we've done well, and it's what really kicked things off. Then we took it a lot more serious all the way to Turin, where we actually managed to place second and qualified for the Worlds. Being brutally honest, this is all I think about. I think about it every single day. We're not a Hyrox only program, but this is the sport that I'm absolutely obsessed with, and it's what I'm really utilising, the sort of ready for anything lifestyle mindset, and what I'm applying it to right now. This is going to be very sort of teach and allow you to essentially take the techniques that's allowed us to go from doing pretty good and winging it, to doing exceptionally well, to qualifying for the Worlds, to getting really focused, to actually being that confident that we think that we could actually get to top 10 in the world, which is pretty crazy to even think, considering we've only been doing it since October. So we're here today at Greater Than Gym here in Glasgow. Harry Woodall has allowed us to use his incredible facility, which is actually very much set up for Hyrox. So we're buzzing to use it today. The main focus today is we're going to be running through a session. We're going to take you through that. We're going to be doing a bit of a walkthrough in regards to what we've been focusing on, key lessons from all of it, essentially what we've went through over the last few months, and how we've essentially done everything that we've done up until this point. So enjoy. One of the biggest game changers that I've personally found when it comes to training for Hyrox is a philosophy that John Wynn's actually taught us, that's coaching us right now, is the principle of working a hard day and then an easy day. And I know this sounds really, really simple, but it's something I've made the mistake of doing all the time, that when I'm actually meant to be working easy, I'm working hard and pushing myself. So our average load every single week right now is about 10.5 to 12 hours a week, depending on where the volume at and what we're doing. The majority and the bulk of what we're actually made up of is low and slow stuff. So see, on our easy days, we're either running or we're biking, and we're doing about 60 minutes to 90 minutes. And we've actually even had sessions up to an hour and 40 at a time. And what we're trying to do here is actually recover and essentially build our zone 2. Hyrox is an endurance sport, and the main thing is that so many folk are just not building the endurance. They're just trying to focus too much specifically on Hyrox. Today's session that we're doing today is a hard day, so we're obviously not going to just take you through me going out a long, slow run and Elio on the bike sitting there. We're actually going to take you through what the hard days look like. We don't have a belt, so I've done a makeshift. So the workout I'm going to go through today is a strength conditioning workout. Part 1 warmed up. I've already warmed up, so I've been through that. Now we're going to move into strength, which is really simple. The rep ranges I'm working towards right now in this cycle of training, they're quite low. And then the conditioning part at the end is simply 10 times 500 meters on the ski erg, working faster than race pace with a 60-second rest between. Simple, nothing fancy.
Here we go.
The biggest thing that so many folk do when they come in to like try to train to get faster, fitter, stronger, is that they think that their program's going to be this big fancy thing. Like, you just need to understand, guys, like how you get exceptionally fit, strong and capable is about doing the work relentlessly well and consistently well, and just reoccur it consistently as much as possible and follow the plan. When it says zone 2, do zone 2. Don't do zone 4, don't do zone 5, do zone 2. When it says do the workout, do the workout. Don't do less, don't do more.
Bring up my heart rate a wee bit, and I was just in my wee zone, and I just looked down, I had my shorts on back to front. That actually just sums me up.
We obviously competed in Milan on the 7th of October 2023, and then we competed in Turin on the 3rd of February 2024. It is exactly 119 days apart, and we have managed to take a staggering 4 minutes and 43 seconds off. We were faster, significantly faster in every run, but my heart rate was just so much higher than what it was, so I was unable to recover. Every course is different because of the way that they're laid out, how far they are. Even our first kilometre at Turin was honestly like 1.4 kilometres that we ran at. I think we ran a 3:50 pace. It took us 5 minutes to get around the first one. So all these things impact it. And this just shows you, so we averaged a 4:42 kilometre when we were in Milan, right? This gives you an idea. And we averaged a 4:06 kilometre when we were in Turin. Total running time, 37 minutes. Total running time, 33 minutes 55. Do the math, that does not add up. Like, it doesn't add up. So we were significantly faster here, significantly fitter. Although I was ill, we obviously took off 4 minutes 43, but if I was not ill and the courses were the exact same, you're probably talking like 7 or 8 minutes. Like, don't get caught up on what your course times are sitting next to each other. As I've just showed you there, we have done a significant amount of work. In the 119 days, we've done 100 sessions, right? Between these two, we've done over 190 hours of training, we've done over 800 kilometers of running, over 1,000 kilometers of bike, and over 4 hours a week of zone 2 work, right? To take that time off right there, it's not about the course, it's about you, and it's about this bit in the middle, the work that you do to get to there. That's the most important part. So that is my session complete. Ellie's still making do with hers. When you go somewhere, like now we're so spoiled by like the equipment we have that we become so accustomed to things, and then the minute something doesn't go to plan, your emotion's high because you're under a level of fatigue. And this is one thing that you need to remember about Hyrox as well. Hyrox is 50% physical, 50% mental resilience. The first time I done it, there's so many things that can go wrong, so many things that don't go to plan. Every single time I've done it, I've got cotton mouth, no idea why. Same with Ellie, and I've found out from other people as well, it can typically happen, no idea why. And you need to keep your calm in times like that, and training's training at the end of the day, guys. And like, I immediately went on today, did not feel good doing that. Like, even when we've been training, I've had to say stop a few times because I'm getting this echo in my ears and my heart rate's spiking up. So today's just one of these days where my recovery for the first time in ages has been amazing the past few days. And today I woke up quite sore, quite achy, even though yesterday was an active recovery day. Oh, really?
That was one of those sessions where at first I was getting so in my head, I was going, fuck's sake, their runner's too heavy, like the bike with the resistance. I was moaning because the sled kept coming off the side of the track. And then I was like, hey, like, get a grip, stuff like that's going to happen in the day. Like if you're going to race your first ever Hyrox, or maybe it's your second Hyrox and you're going to think that you're going to be ready for like the sleds, like trust me, you're not. You're still going to be humbled by them in the day. There's going to be things that happen.
Welcome to our vlog. This is the morning at Hyrox right now. Feels totally different for the last time, man. Like, last time I was pretty ill. So like, I said this to Taylor, we're at a walk there. We're up, it's currently 8:20 right now, we're competing at 11:10. I said to Taylor, the first Hyrox was to get a feeling for what Hyrox was, that was Milan. Turin was, let's go round it fast, but then we were able to see where we can be faster, but I wasn't actually 100% well. And then this one's like, how do we just now make a marginal gain and progress a bit forward? So I'm buzzing for it. We've been blasting tunes, I've been getting in a good headspace this morning. It was nice to wake up in my own bed, having some breakfast right now, been out a walk, totally different to how it's been for the last two. The last two have been really good, but I don't know, I feel a lot more settled now. It feels good being on home territory. We were just chatting there about like things that are like popular, but then like people are like kind of shitting on it a little bit. We were talking about like Drew's going to Berlin, and then I was like, you need to go to Bürgermeister, and he was like, I've heard about this, and sometimes people can be a bit like, I'm not going to go there, it's like too popular. It's the same with like Hyrox. People are like right now like kind of shitting on it, like, oh man, like it's just like the I'm fine right now, everyone's doing that, and it's like, it's because it's good. Like things that are good, people do it. So don't knock it until you try it right, and then go put your own sauce on it. Because so many people just like rip things, and then they're like, oh, everyone's doing that, and it's like, yeah, there's a reason everyone's doing it, because it's popular and it's good. Ready for anything. Basically, we were going round, man. I was going too fast, and then fucking I couldn't get my breath back, and then I had a sweet, and I choked on the sweet. It's one of these things, man. It was a good race, but we were just probably a wee bit too fast, and that was getting me panicking. We didn't finish. We actually did not finish it, and it wasn't because we couldn't finish it, and we just went too fast. And there's every part of me right now that wants to, not right now because I've accepted it, but I want to sit and go, it was this reason,
we went way too fast and cooked ourselves, and it's our third Hyrox, man, and every single time I have learned something so much every single time. But what actually happened was Kate went into the sled pool, first in, first out, but on that my heart rate was just so high, and I just knew, I was like, I can't sustain this, like I can't there's no way I can sustain this pace. We went out on that run, and as I was going out, I was looking at the water, my mouth was dried up, and I started to go like cross-eyed, man. I was like bonking. Obviously, when your heart rate's that high, you're working at your threshold, so you're just using every bit of energy, man. Took a squishy, and nearly choked to death with a squishy. Caught him mouth, squishy, bonking.
Next to the random woman that gave you the look as it.
It's funny though, man, like, pretty disgusting, man, but I choked it up and I spat out on the ground.
I picked it up.
They picked it up, chucked it away. And then a random woman, thank you if you're watching this, gave me a Lucozade so I could drink it, half drunk bottle of Lucozade. And then I headed on my way, but by that point, man, like, I'd been nearly on the ground choking up, red lined, man, and I was like, this is not a good race. And then I felt so sick, and I went to the toilet, went in, I was just looking over the toilet, and to be honest, I was just panicking a wee bit. I was just like, at my fucking threshold, man, and just did not feel good. So you win some, you lose some, guys, and it's just a good wee lesson, man. The biggest thing that I'm doing right now is, how can I be so honest? How can I tell everyone exactly what happened? And I want to come up with all these reasons. I want to be a good sportsman, number one, so we just went too fast. We went way too fast, man.
We need to get better at communicating with each other as well, because even like the likes of I kept saying to you in the sled pool, stop, because I'm quite quiet and because you're quite, I need to fucking do this, you just kept pulling and pulling.
Yeah, it was a great event. It's honestly been amazing to see so many people in here and chat to so many folk that I've not actually met before, that I've just spoke to on Instagram and stuff. So and just meet a lot of people's partners, their friends, and people that obviously follow our content and stuff. So it's honestly been amazing, man. But I'm not going to be better about it. I'm just going to be like, it is what it is. We fucking learned, and on to the next one, man. The next one is the Worlds.
Yeah, we do hear them at Worlds as well.
Yeah, do not want to do that at Worlds. So if anyone's watching this and you're like worried about it, like, it's a race against you at the end of the day. Like, I look at all these other people and like, I want to do extremely well at this sport, but like, we're just new at it, man, and it is what it is. So it's exciting, man. So seeming like we went into that third station and we were the first person in for the third station in a row. I was like, oh man, this is unventured territory. I was like, this is
We've never been here
we've never been here. We're leading it, and but we're not there yet, man. It's not that we're not there yet, because that was obviously in our heat, but we're just probably a bit too fast, man, a bit too fast too soon. So
that's been the only ever race where I've been aware of where we've been in the race, because when we went in, we've been first in, but normally, because I'm fucking blind as a bat, I can't see anybody else and I don't know who's against us. Like when we finish, Christian will go, did you see them, and did you see them? And I'm like, no, mate, I was oblivious, but this one, obviously I knew that we were in front, because every time we were getting in, there was nobody in any of the stations as well, and that was when I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, we'd stopped for about 8 minutes by this point. And I was like, we're doing it again tomorrow, and we've done. We want to just make sure that's a stepping stone in our learning curve, and that's all it is. So yeah, on to the next one.